It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we've got the do-it-all back Austin Ekeler. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Chargers and the Ravens on Sunday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the LA Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. More from LA in a moment. Here's Ekeler to begin the drive, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Running on first down, Ekeler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. The Chargers at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. When you look at this defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a top 3rd and 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now at his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And just shutting him off there. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Once more, here's Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Eckler now between the tackles to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the screen, this is Eckler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Herbert throwing again. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They can't tackle him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. These two teams running through their final adjustments before they head back out of the tunnel. And for the call of the second half, let's go back to SoFi Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson options out left. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. More from L.A. in a moment. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Dobbins. Oh, a good move at the 5. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 77 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Herbert now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. A give, Eckler running to the right. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's...
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just...
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood from the 33. Here's 2nd down and 7. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Fights him off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson, option right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 25 yards to the house. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And Allen's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe on the drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Charles, we retreated to an excellent game.